I was at a Baptist church this Sunday with my parents in Austin. A young man preached, did a relatively good job, and he got to this portion. He was trying to describe what it's like to be adopted into the kingdom of God. And what he did was he gave an illustration. He said, "Imagine if you were in a desolate chamber in Russia and you were adopted by an American family." He talked about I don't know exactly what was the poignant part of his analogy, but it bristled. I bristled at it. And there's an epidemic. First of all, you get adopted from, you leave Russia, you come here. There's transgenderism in America, and a whole bunch of sexual deviancy. Pedophiles as your president and in the cabinet, and these are crimes that don't go punished. America's a place where injustice reigns. Okay, not to mention the treatment of Black Americans and other minorities. So but it's always about the export of America. When Said Qutb came here and he wrote in the Shade of the Quran, what he had seen in Hollywood was America exporting their demonology into the world, and how we would not be able to resist it because it's a media giant. There's something that America currently exports, which is very unique to America, and it is disrespectful children. America teaches children to be independent and disrespectful. Do you know what the cost of a disrespectful child is? A disrespectful child is a broken society. The transmission from adult to child, from elder to younger, is the transmission that maintains civilization. America talks about freedoms, and of course there's a bunch of stuff you can enjoy here, blah blah. America has its assets, but the demonology it exports it exports disrespectful children. Children are always going to be disrespectful, but America promotes and justifies it as part of their culture. That is a demonology that's spreading and taking over the entire world. More and more disrespectful children means zero civilization. So this is how I cannot stand those people who celebrate America, especially in places where we should be celebrating Christ. Because the contrast between Christ and America is so stark. If you wanted to celebrate America in terms of, you can argue relative, but Christ is an absolute. And this is how Christianity is a filthy sty that nobody should associate with. Be a disciple of Christ, okay? But Christianity is enslavement. Christianity is the Crusades. Christianity is oppression. You may say Christianity is the Bible. Christ, okay? The kingdom of God. Discipleship. Be careful. Whether it's American, Jamaican, Russian, any type of jingoistic thing, all the kingdoms of this world are under the evil one. Okay? Jamaica is no bastion. Nigeria, South Africa, Russia, whatever. There are no clean parties. There's one Lord. Serve him.